So whenever you're ready, Coach.
Yeah, you never know with senior day, the kind of emotions it's going to bring. And, we've had some pretty spirited wins on senior day, but you just never know. And I was happy for our seniors tonight. Obviously had a lot of kids step up with LaDeja not being able to go. And honestly, Mama too had limited minutes, tweaked her foot a little bit as well, but happy for our kids. I thought offensively, we probably played as well as we have all year. Defensively, we continue to have a lot of work to do, a lot of breakdowns on the defensive end, give up too many offensive rebounds, put them on the free throw line too many times. And I think a lot of that got covered up with just a really efficient offensive night. And so certainly proud of our kids. I think the stat that stands out the most to me is 22 assists, 10 turnovers. I thought we moved the ball really well. That's a stat coaches love to see, but I tell you what, we got to keep going back to film sessions. We got to continue to do defensive drills and find a way to get our kids to really buy into the heart and grit and toughness that you've got to have night in and night out to get it done on the defensive end.
Questions next. Looks like first one's Colin O'Brien, Jeff City News Tribune. Go ahead, Colin.
Hey, Coach, obviously you can't hit 18 threes every night, but what does that say about the way this team can shoot the ball when they're moving it like they did today?
Yeah, well, I thought we had really, really good ball movement. You didn't feel like the ball got stuck at all. I thought our spacing for the most part was really good. I thought we executed the play calls that we ran. I think motion, there was ball movement. There was good reads. I thought we played off 2 feet, attacked, played off 2 feet, made the extra pass. And, in that first half, I did feel like there was maybe just a couple times that we forced the issue a little bit offensively when we didn't need to. And still, even in this game, we missed some open layups. We had some looks that we didn't convert on, but for the most part, I thought pretty efficient offensively.
Kevin Ryan's KRCG.
Robin, congratulations on the win. Congrats to your seniors as well. It looked like you guys were also getting good dribble penetration, and that was leading to a lot of good looks for your team. What about your other players were able to get into the paint and set up those 3-pointers that you guys made today?
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. I'm happy for our seniors as well. I think probably what makes us different than maybe years past is we do have a few more kids that can create off the bounce and play downhill. Which, puts teams, number one, just being able to handle that pressure. But number two, I think, it can really put teams in a bind if they're going to help on the defensive rotation or just really try to make you finish one-on-one at the rim and stay out on shooters. And so I think, it potentially puts teams in a bind. But to me, what stood out tonight is our ability to find the open man, make the extra pass, and then obviously knock down open shots. But I think the difference between this year and last year is the ability to create off the bounce a little bit in one-on-one situations.
Michael Howie, the man eater, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, you finally got your first conference home win. How does it feel to do it on a special day like Senior Day and to have your seniors, Shug and Shannon, be so influential in the final result?
It's obviously been a tough year for us. And, on Senior Day, you want your seniors to, have a good experience with that, especially. It feels good to see the smiles and the laughter in the locker room. I'm proud of the resiliency of our team and their ability to just kind of roll up their sleeves and go back to work day after day. But at some point, there's got to be a prize at the end of it, right? At some point, you want to see the fruits of your labor pay off. And certainly this is one game, but it was a big game for us. There's still, an outside shot of something happening for us. And so this was a big game, and we know what's in front of us with Tennessee and Mississippi State. But Senior Day, like I said, is always special. There's a lot of emotions involved. And as a coach, you just love to see your team be able to get a win for them.
Eric Blum, Columbia Daily Tribune, go ahead.
Hey, Robin, I know it was kind of a steady double-digit lead for most of the game, but at some point late in that fourth quarter, it did get down to 10, and when Florida started to build a little momentum there, how important was it just come out of that timeout, get a couple buckets, and just put this one, away?
Yeah, I thought it was huge. And, that's the thing about Florida. They just stick around. I mean, I've watched a lot of film on them, and every game they kind of hanging in there. And, there's no quit in that team. There's no quit in that team, and they keep battling. But I felt like for our kids, it was kind of a defining moment because we'd been in those situations before. And again, I know it was 10 points with about 2.5 minutes, maybe 3.5 minutes. I can't remember the exact time on that. But that there would have been an opportunity for us to start playing not to lose. And, we've been in that situation before. And so for us to kind of maintain that composure and finish strong, I thought was really, really important.
Kyle Pinnell, the man eater. Kyle. We can't hear you, Kyle.
You unmute, Kyle?
Still nothing. And we'll go to Colin. You jump over to Michael Howie's there, and we'll get you right after Colin. Colin, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, you have an update on LaDeja. It looked like you guys maybe were going to that 3 a little more without that defined inside presence that she brought.
Yeah, so it's 2 days ago in practice, just doing a drill, and I don't know actually if she came down on a foot or what happened, but she was in a lot of pain. Got her to the sideline. She thought initially it was her foot. I think it's more in the ankle area. But didn't practice the last 2 days. We did a lot of rehab. Was hoping she'd be able to go today, but just wasn't where it needed to be from a lateral standpoint. I think if we're in a running straight line all night, she probably could have faked it to make it, but I think just the lateral movement was still pretty tender and gingerly, and so hopefully she'll be back in the next couple of days.
Kyle, through Michael, go ahead.
Sounds good. Sorry, I don't know what happened there, but Coach, continuing on LaDeja, what it seemed like you guys were going into both Asia and Haley in the paint, especially early on. How do you feel like they did at exploiting that and kind of making up for that void that you obviously missed by not having a player like LaDeja today?
Yeah, I thought our kids responded really well. I thought, it was so important. We didn't want to be a donut. And I think in that first half, we chart made baskets, and if we get an inside touch out of it, and I think 11 out of our 17 field goals or something like that was a result of an inside touch first. And so, we knew we didn't want to just be hanging out on that perimeter. We wanted to go inside out. I think, typically you've got maybe some size and power with Asia getting in on the block. And then Frankie, obviously, with her versatility. But we felt like it was going to be really important. But on the flip side of that, I think it really makes it challenging when we put them in ball screen situations, because if you're going to hedge it all or get caught up, we can pick and pop, we can pick and roll. And so there was just a lot of options that I thought we had a chance to expose tonight.
Last one looks like Colin O'Brien. Go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, my brain just melted here. I don't – the question I had, hang on. Oh, my goodness. The band started playing, and I just lost it. Sorry.
That's okay. Happens.
Okay, does anybody else have one? All right, we'll let Coach go with that. Thank you, everyone.
All right, appreciate you guys.